And the New York Mets. It's a battle of elite pitchers next on MLB Network. Noah Syndergaard, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, I'm curious about what's in the tank for him. Last game, he pitched deep into the game, pitched into the 8th inning and got the win. But back-to-back starts, I don't know if he has the stamina or not. We'll see if he can go as deep in this one as well.
In is Christian Yelich, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Christian Yelich.
First of 3 on this holiday weekend as the game's first pitch is looked at for ball 1. HR, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in off another victory last time out, and now they're winners of 8 of their last 9 ball games.
Matt, they're on one of those hot streaks. I mean, everything is going right for them. They're playing great baseball right now. I mean, timely hitting, the bullpen's coming through, and it looks like they're rested. They're doing the things they need to do to really be a winning club right now.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Ready to deliver the 1-2. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
Well, that's a perfect example of taking a ball inside out. You know, you hear that terminology, stay inside the ball. Right there, he took a ball inside and shot it the other way for the base hit.
JT Realmuto is at the plate as he watches ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. The out runner on first. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Cespedes will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
Batting third.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He's not among the league leaders in home runs, but his total does top this ball club. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. And Ben, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound. But it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Blackman will put this one away, and that's out number 2. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting fourth.
Standing in, Justin Bour. And a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. Cespedes is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Here's Charlie Blackman now, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike. This Marlins ball club, Harold Reynolds, as they begin play here tonight, it was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
Matt, there's some tough losses in the course of the season, right? We've all witnessed that. But, man, to lose a 1-run game when you're losing a lot recently, that just rips the heart out of you. They got to figure out a way to just get it back up and come back and go play another game.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting third.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
That gets down, and the inning continues. So the 2-out hit here extends the inning for Lucas Duda.
So the first 2 batters of the inning go out, and then the 3-hitter gets a base hit here, bringing up the middle of the order. This guy's got power. It could be 2-0 before you blink.
At the plate, Lucas Duda. He's a long ball threat, of course, currently number 4 in the National League home run race. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Mets leave 1, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Again, Derek Dietrich. He'll start things out against Noah Syndergaard as this inning is underway.
Dietrich.
Into the windup and the pitch. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Now that's that old school slider right there, trying to get in on his hands. We see that with a cutter a lot, but the slider's even more effective because you can't pick up the spin.
Pitch on the way. Bounce to first. Duda's got it. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
Well, let's take a look at the Mets defense, brought to you by Majestic. In this day and age, when teams are moving all over the place playing the shift, these guys are old school, very traditional. You don't see the shift applied very often to this club.
Here comes the first pitch. Marcell Ozuna comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. No score here as we play inning number 2. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Batting 7th, third baseman
Martin Prado now. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. A 3-for-12 line. He also has 1 home run. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1.
Oh, he reached back and challenged him right there. I like that. Early in the count. Here it is, big fella. I know you're a good hitter, but I'm coming right after you.
A flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. Miami down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So here's Matt Kemp now. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Matt Kemp.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a liner, but foul. And the pitch. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Here it comes on 1-1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Oh, that was a tough pitch to lay off of. He took this hack at that slider. He thought it was going to be over the plate, and it just kept running away.
And there's one that misses to Kemp as he works it back to 2-2.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
All right, time for majestic defensive alignment for the Marlins. In this day and age with analytics and the shift applied all over the field, this team is old school. They may be a dinosaur. They don't shift as much as everybody else. They play that stationed standard baseball.
On to first, and Cabrera's a ground out victim. 2 away.
Batting 7th.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Batter pitcher numbers against Dan Straley. 1 for 5. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Yelich is under it, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score. Here's Echeverria now. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200.
Adeiny Echeverria.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Batting 9th. Pitcher Dan
into the
Straley.
windup and the pitch. Dan Straley is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a fastball just a bit high.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Ready on 1-2. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Dan Straley is out number 2 here in the third inning.
Yelich.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
What makes hitting so difficult is covering both sides of the plate, and that hard pitch right there that was inside makes it awfully tough now to cover both the inside and the outside part of the plate.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3. Here's the third baseman start things out here in a tie ball game.
David Wright.
That's a ball.
And that misses for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Yelich is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting 9th. Pitcher.
Stepping into the box, Noah Syndergaard. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Swing and a line drive. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Well, he's been talking about how good a hitter he is right there. That line drive kind of gives you proof, man. He swung the bat nice right there.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Charlie Blackmon, 0 for 1 here in the early going. And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball 1. One and 0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
1-1. Here it comes. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Coming on is Ozuna. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Here's Neil Walker. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Neil Walker.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
Ground ball right side. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, sometimes you got to just get lucky. He got out in front, hooked it, and just found a hole.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. And it ain't coming back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 6th home run on the season for him. And the Mets have taken a 3-0 lead.
Man, he should have put a bow on that pitch because it was an absolute gift. You can see that he caught too much of the plate and the hitter caught too much of the ball. Sayonara. See you next time.
Here's Lucas Duda now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Lucas Duda.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Yelich is under this one, and that will retire the side. But the Mets strike for 3, all coming courtesy of this 3-run home run. We played 3 full. It's 3-0 New York. Digging in to try it again, JT Realmuto. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
That's a nice pitch. A fastball in that jams him, and now you go back outside. You know he's got to protect inside. You go back outside to try to get the out.
Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. And this one will be foul back in among the fans. Now another 1-2. And this is hit in the air over toward the left field line. Cespedes moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Giancarlo Stanton comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And a ball 1-0.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Blackman is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Justin Bour. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Pitch on the way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. And another foul ball. Another 0-2 coming.
Nope.
And the changeup is way low that time.
Tell you what, he's got a good changeup, and I love throwing the changeup right there. You got 2 strikes on the hitter. That ball coming out of the hand looks so much like a fastball with the same release, and then it ends up being a changeup. I like the pitch.
Here's another 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Now 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Ground ball left side. Prado is there. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
The shortstop, number 13.
Riding in once again as Dribble Cabrera. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful. Now in the box, Travis d'Arnaud. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Yelich is under it. He makes the play. Runner tags and hits for third. And the tag's there. He's out at third base. It's a double play, and just like that, the inning is over. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Mets lead it 3-0.
Leading off for Miami, second baseman Derek Dietrich.
On the ground to third. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting,
striding into the box, Marcell Ozuna comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Matt, I don't know if you know this, but less than 60% of his first pitches have been for a strike, and he's still having a good game. I don't know what he's doing. They just haven't been able to figure him out.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Blackman racing back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. So a double into the gap has him in business here with 1 away. And as we show you the Marlins leaders in that category, you can see his total is good for 3rd best on the ball club. Martin Prado comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Sends it in the air to deep left field. Cespedes going back on it, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And that'll put him on the board as it's now a 3-1 contest.
Man, it's like deja vu all over again. 2 well hit back-to-back doubles that bring in a run. This one ends up going off the wall, and it looks like they've got a pretty good idea what this guy's trying to do to them out there. Definitely getting some good swings against him.
Well, you see there on the graphic, that gives him 5 doubles now on the year. Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1. A wave and a miss. Ready to deliver the 1-2. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with. Ready for another chance. Dan Straley. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And a high strike there. 0-1. 0-1 pitch on its way. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
Obviously, he wants to help himself.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. Middle of the night at Citi Field. It's the Mets 3 and the Marlins 1. Here's the third baseman, David Wright. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Third baseman, David Wright.
Starts him out with a fastball too low for ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Stanton's going to come over for a look, but he won't have a play. It's a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Seems like he's throwing everything at him, the kitchen sink, and he just fouled him off. So he tried to throw something right there and make him chase, and he didn't. So I don't know where he goes from here.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk
now
to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Noah Syndergaard.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a bunt attempt here. Echeverria for 1. On to first. Not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
The center fielder, number 19.
Digging in once again, Charlie Blackmon. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0. High in the air into shallow left center. Yelich on the move. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's Neil Walker. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Well, it looks like just a ground ball base hit in the box scores. But, man, that ball is hit hard up the middle. He's going to do well for himself. He stays consistent and keeps that approach.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, as he overcommits here to a slider out of the zone. 1 strike to count. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. 2 left for the Mets, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. In is Christian Yelich. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
In there, 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, catcher.
Ready for another shot now. JT Realmuto. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Hit in the air to right field. On the move is Kemp. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for the Marlins,
Giancarlo Stanton now. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
I'm looking forward to this at bat right here, Matt. 2 outs, bases empty, and you got the power guy at the plate. He's going to let it fly. He must. I guarantee you he will.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Hard hit ball to short. Taken there by Cabrera. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. Off of one leg, in the hole, falling away. That is pure magic. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network after this. Now, no hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
First baseman, Lucas Duda.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Fielded by Hechavarria. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The batter, right fielder.
Digging in to try it again, Matt Kemp. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And that misses inside, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Can't connect there. It's 2-2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a 2nd time right here.
This one sinks low on a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2. This is line to left. And that's going to be a base hit for Kemp.
I like it. Hard line drive on the fastball. Hit off the fastball, and good things happen.
Number 13, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the 0-1. Oh, forget about this one. Booey. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 2-run shot to left center. 6th home run on the season for him as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
I'm pretty sure he was too focused on the man at first, worried about the steal, and just made a mistake with that pitch. It's all well and good to control the running game, but you have to make sure it doesn't distract from your main job, getting the guy at the plate with the bat in his hands.
Jeff Locke, the lefty standing 6 foot even, takes over the pitching duties here.
Jeff Locke. Now batting.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Travis.
High in the air out to center field. Yelich is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The third baseman, number 5, David Wright.
Ready once again, David Wright. His lifetime batting line with Jeff Locke. 1 for 4. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Liner toward right center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Hey, look, he may be hitting at the bottom of the order. If you put him in another lineup, he's at the top. This lineup is loaded. Don't overlook him.
Into the box, Noah Syndergaard.
He offers at it and hits it in the air to left.
Ozuna is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. But the Mets do strike for two, both coming on this two-run home run. 4, 5, and 6 coming up to start the 7th. Striding in once again, Justin.
Leading off for Miami, first baseman, Justin Bour.
Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
I like what I'm seeing right now. In, and then goes away. If you pound him in early, it opens up the outside half of the plate, and that's what he's doing right now.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here comes the first
Derek
pitch.
Dietrich.
Lifted the other way to left center. After it is Blackmon. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. The high fastball is in there.
Well, Matt, we talk about first pitch strike, right? Look, it's not great what he's been doing, but he's over 60% of the time. First pitch is going to be a strike. That's a nice little nugget to have if you're the starting pitcher.
A swinging bunt up the third baseline. And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single. Martin Prado now. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. On the ground up the middle. Cabrera's there. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. His lifetime batting line with Jeff Locke. 5 for 11.
Charlie.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Swing and a liner. But this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's Neil Walker. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. To short. Echeverria has it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Yoenis Cespedes will step toward the box here, and as he does, we flash you back to inning number 3 as you check out his 3-run home run. A big blow early on. Line drive snagged on a short hop. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Quick work there as the Mets. Here's Echeverria now. We're in the 8th.
Leading off for Miami, shortstop
T.J. McFarland has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 68, T.J. McFarland.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
The 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting.
With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the two starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ball game.
Jordan.
Squared that one up just a little late. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Hit out towards second. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. In is Christian Yelich. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They're down 5-1. David Phelps is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
35, David Phelps.
Here's Lucas Duda now. His past batting line against David Phelps. 2 for 11.
Lucas Duda.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard. He'll get it into second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Wow, the pitcher must be just shaking his head. That pitch wasn't anywhere near the strike zone, but he gave it the old tomahawk chop and somehow connected with it anyway. Now he's standing on second, and he even has to smile about that one.
So here's Matt Kemp now. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. For Duda, that's his first double on the year. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Clearly, they're not trying to give him anything to hit, are they? I mean, everything's away, but he's sitting 2-0. Let's see if he extends and maybe looks outside to drive something.
Bounced softly in front of the plate. Realmuto has it. No problem here. 1 away. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Swing and a line drive, but foul. The 0-1 pitch. And this is chopped foul at the plate. He's in the hole now, down 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Up with it, Realmuto. And the throw to first is there to record the second out. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one.
Well, that's good hitting. 0-0. You want that fastball right where you're looking at it. Just take it right back at him. Nice swing.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Stanton is after it, and that'll slice just foul at the last moment. He's 1 for 2 in this one. 0-1. Here it comes. Grounded to third. Up with it now is Prado. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. The 7 train making its stops just outside Citi Field as we welcome you back inside for the remainder of base.
Leading off for the Marlins, catcher JT Realmuto.
Jerry Familia comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. And it looks now like the right-handers begin to get loose in the Mets bullpen. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and there's his first base hit in this one. So the leadoff hitter reaches base safely, and now it's the run-producing part of the order with nobody out. Giancarlo Stanton now, lifetime against Familia, just a 1-for-12 career line. He's gone down on strikes 8 times as well. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1. Chop foul over towards the dugout. From the stretch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Set, and the 2-1 pitch. 2-1 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed. 2-2.
Throws him a sinker, then a changeup. They look the same, but obviously the action is different. The sinker a lot harder. The changeup floats a little bit longer. But the key is he wants him to swing the bat at that ball, and he's getting it right now.
And there's a base hit as well, as that's into center field. 2 straight hits to kick off the 9th.
Well, when you step in the box, you got a game plan. With a sinker ball pitcher, you know if he gets it up, it's going to flatten out. If it stays down, it's going to sink hard. So you want to get that ball above the thighs, and if it's up, you hit it. If it's down, you let it go. Nice execution.
In now, Justin Bour. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Lifted in the air to center. Blackman is under it. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. The relay throw, and he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with 1 gone.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
Derek Dietrich is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
That's a good pitch right there. Now he's ahead in the count. You got the hitter back on his heels a little bit. Even though it's a tough situation, you know you're going to have to use all your pitches to pitch out of it.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Oh, and 2. Here it comes. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. The 1-0 delivery. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick, because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Here it comes, 2-0. There's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1. Lifetime against Familia. He's gone 3 for 11. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Fly ball out toward left center field. Cespedes is there. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
And tonight's comes to a conclusion. 6-1 the final. Noah Syndergaard earns win number 7 on the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. From my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious New York Mets, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Marlins, 1 run on 6 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 57 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.